What's going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? Greg and John here today. We are prepping to go to WonderCon right now. And it looks like we found our topics for our panel.
Yes, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a joyous occasion.
No, we're going to have a WonderCon panel talking about the current state of the MCU and DCU fandom. With that, while searching, there was two stories that were consistently popping up on our feeds. The reasons are obvious as to why that would be the case. We're going to talk about two things today. One, these Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga set photos, and another story, which is very much connected to the same thing. This one is like now completely overshadowing that one. At the time of filming this, Jonathan Majors has been arrested. So let's start with the positive one first. Sure. The more positive one, right? And then we'll end this in a really dark place. Is the way that you want to do your videos.
Yeah.
That's how you leave your audience feeling.
Leave them on a bum note.
But you guys can leave a like on your way out. So yeah, these Harley Quinn set photos I thought were pretty cool, actually. Yeah. Where are these outside of, John?
They're outside of like a courthouse, and they're all protesting to free the Joker. There's a crowd gathered, many clown masks, Easter eggs abound.
If you guys watch my trailer reaction that I did for that 15-second teaser, I gave a plot theory, and I still feel like the movie's going to be going down the path that I've been predicting. Seeing here, they had like even some video where I can't quite tell if she's being escorted down the stairs or being escorted up the stairs.
Or if they're just resetting the take.
There's conflicting videos here. I think he's going to kill it. I feel like the second she was cast, perfect casting. Perfect casting, especially for an actress who takes her work methodically serious, will definitely be able to give a portrayal that is in the universe of this dark world of Joker, distinguish herself from what Margot Robbie's been doing in live action. And what you got here is something that feels very natural and doesn't feel overly heightened. It looks kind of like when I think about it, it looks kind of like a cross between her as like Quinzel and Harley Quinn.
Exactly. Taking the Harley Quinn patterns and color palettes, but applying it to a more smart, functional business attire kind of approach. Yeah.
Something else that people have been noticing, images that they have that are clearly not just in reference to Harvey Dent. They're about Harvey Dent.
Yes, directly by name.
Signs that say Harvey Dent is a clown. There's multiple signs of that. It would appear the way how Thomas Wayne was utilized in the Joker movie that they would probably utilize Harvey Dent that way. Like, I don't think he would become Two-Face in this film, but I imagine District Attorney Harvey Dent will play a role. Probably the one who keeps Joker behind bars, which would make sense if they're saying Harvey Dent is a clown. He's the one making sure Arthur Fleck is being prosecuted. Then you got Quinzel, who's probably the psychiatrist saying like he shouldn't be left here or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
He should be criminally convicted. He should be put in some kind of hospital, put into some kind of care, and they probably want to see him, paid and hit with the book. And I could also, like, the more we hear about this, the more it seems like maybe this could arch into a bigger franchise, because I think it would be cool if we got a just Harvey Dent presence in Folie Deux and then wait till later to make him Two-Face.
Just get the really deep Two-Face one. It's not even like a messed up face.
Yeah. It's just a bad scar. Yeah, he's got like a Freddy Krueger burn on half his face. Actually, he's just really self-conscious.
That's not a bad call. It's not a bad theory you got there. Yeah, what do you think about these Harley Quinn set photos? I think she looks great, and I'm really excited for the direction that this is going to end up evolving into. John, I think it's only appropriate that you segue us into our next topic.
But of course, speaking of smash hits.
Oh, God. What did you intend to say? Jesus Christ, John.
Speaking of inappropriate humor. Should that come out?
That stays in the video.
Oh, good. Okay. No. Speaking of no laughing matters, Jonathan Majors has been arrested in New York.
I think we're gonna get in trouble. Sure. But it stays in the video. Even though I control this edit, I'm gonna decide it's okay. It's sticking around.
Okay. Every once in a while, we all need to be hung with our feet above the fire.
It's just these celebrities are a bunch of dumbasses these days.
Yeah.
I don't want to proven guilty, though.
I don't want to trivialize anybody's pain. It's interesting because there has been a tweet circulating, actually, reposted today as a segue. Somebody has posted that there's a particular actor relatively new on the scene who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for, who is actually a vicious, cruel, abusive human being, both professionally and in his personal life, and every new viral thirst tweet about him drives me insane. People have been reposting that, and the person who posted that redid it today with a ding, ding, ding. So it's an interesting development here because Jonathan Majors obviously has this sort of beloved personality, and this is the last thing you would want to hear about someone whose star is on the rise in the way that his has been. But yeah, he has apparently been arrested and I guess let go as of the moment, for assaulting somebody in a New York taxi cab.
Yeah, the way the story goes, according to the highly respectable TMZ, the way the story goes is that while in a cab, Majors' girlfriend, and all this is alleged, we got to keep that in mind, it's all alleged. A woman was texting him. He did not respond kindly to that, grabbed her hand and slapped her, allegedly put her hands around her neck. Then supposedly there are sources that say the alleged victim had visible injuries, including a laceration behind her ear, redness, and marks to her face. Yeah, these are pretty serious charges. Jonathan Majors' reps say that he did nothing wrong, so pretty much saying this is not what happened, and he did not do this.
We look forward to clearing his name.
I know there was a time where whenever something came out, people immediately presumed this person was guilty, and I don't want to spend so much time speculating. As a matter of fact, there's a reason why putting both stories here in this one video, because we don't have a shit ton of thoughts on any of this.
Yeah,
right?
it's
Set photos look cool.
Situation.
And this situation right here, we just got to wait to see how it unfolds. It's really unfortunate. Yes, as a fan of Jonathan Majors, it is saddening, especially if this is true. Like, it's a really messed up situation, and it's a really messed up action if he actually did do this and should be condemned for it, But we did let Ezra Miller go, so we might as well just watch the next, King Dynasty movie.
Yeah, we got money to make, guys. Don't forget that. The bottom line.
But more importantly, if it is true, whomever this woman is, I feel terrible for her because we know how situations like this go. If it ends up being true, somehow in this whole process and this whole journey, she can still get some type of heat, a lot of negative attention.
Oh, yeah.
Purposely, or just the fact that she's getting attention for this in general.
It's replaying the trauma, and then you've got people who are going to behave really ugly on top of that.
It's not a pleasant situation all around. I don't know what to believe, simply because we don't really have much information right now. However, Jonathan Majors is something that we've talked extensively about on this channel, and definitely got our DMs asking thoughts about it. So here's our thoughts. Waiting to see what happens, and we don't know what that'll be, but hopefully that people in the healing process of this situation, because, if it is true, God damn it, that is fucking horrible. If it's not true, Jonathan Majors himself has to deal with
having that, mark on his name, because now that it's out there, it's never not going to be thought of.
Exactly, because there's already a lot of people who would immediately presume it is true, and it's something that would follow someone around, even if it isn't.
I hope it's not. It's the last thing you want to hear, especially for somebody in this position. But all that aside, it's just the worst kind of situation you could find yourself in, and I have to feel for anybody who's coming forward with a story like that, because you're going to be persecuted by people who love this guy. So.
Alrighty, guys. Well, what do you think about this story? I'm sure it's a fun thing to engage on the internet about.
Sure.
Leave your thoughts down below.
Water cooler talk.
I think it's good to end it right here. In a really dark place, and we don't need to go any further. I think just leave it here.
Yeah, no need to shout anybody out on the dark video.
No, I don't. I feel like that would be unnatural. Let's call it a day, guys. We're off to WonderCon.
Be good to each other.
We'll see you guys.